Hey, welcome back. We're doing a really interesting discussion. Oh my god, you're so ropey at that. Can I have some?
Yes.
I feel like being like, you're so ropey at that. And me. Ready? Oh my god.
Oh my god. The bottle just gave way.
This is what happens when we're not pouring out of wine glasses no more. Glug, glug, glug. Yeah, no, interesting discussion. Got some stuff to tell you. Need to update you on the the scenario that happened at ASDA. Jaimi said that she promised loads of you that we would talk about it on the podcast, and then we didn't get around to it, so we need to tell you what happened.
So, some of you will remember that Jess tweeted that I just... What did you say? That I just handed someone's ass to them or something?
Like laid her out.
In ASDA.
It was fucking brilliant.
So...
Before you told me that I've got to introduce us.
Oh, okay.
Jamie is concerned that... No, listen. Jamie's concerned. Look at her face. Jamie's concerned, right?
Oh, it's a podcast.
They can imagine. It's like reading a book.
Reading between the lines.
Yeah, no, Jamie's concerned that, like, sometimes we do podcasts for ages and then we don't introduce ourselves. I don't know what you're worried about, babe. Because...
Just what my name is and what your name is.
No, I mean, I don't know what you're worried about, because if they're listening to the podcast, I think they've got a good measure of...
No?
Well,
because people on TikTok have recognised us and been like, oh, are you this person from the Wandering Womb podcast?
Because they recognise our voice.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Imagine.
So I'm Jaimi.
I'm Jaimi.
And I'm Spartacus.
Hello.
And together, we're Maroon 5.
Wow. Well, now we've got that cleared up. I'm glad we did that, babe. You're right, we should do that more often.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Right. Are you going to tell them what happened in Asda, Spartacus?
Oh, I just wanted you to say that you were Jess.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And that we're married and this is our podcast. Anyway.
I'm Jeff and we're married. This is our podcast.
Right, okay. So anyway, if we've got any listeners who are like gay or lesbian or bi or whatever, and you're in sort of a same-sex relationship, you'll notice, especially if just, I think it happens maybe more. No, I don't know. I was going to say maybe more sort of younger, but I don't know. It probably happens to all age like gay people. That just strangers will just try and work out your relationship to one another.
For like no fucking relevant reason.
Yeah,
you know like
we'll just try and go out for a meal.
Fucking border control.
Yeah, like I don't think I've ever been out for a meal with like my friends where they've gone, "Oh, are you two friends?"
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, and also like, why would anyone care? But obviously, me and Jess quite cuddly and stuff, and we'll be out for a meal, or literally everywhere we go, we'll be in a shop, go out for a meal, we'll go to the post office, I don't know, and just randomers or shop assistants or waiters or whatever will be like, "Oh, are you two sisters?" And we're like, "No." And we'll just
and they like
sort of
cycle through.
And they're like, "Are you friends?" And then sometimes we get, "Oh, you mother and daughter," and it just pisses us off. Like, you're not asking every other customer this. Like, and it just pisses me off.
I know, yeah. Does everyone else get the fucking Inquisition every time they buy some fucking Ribena?
Yeah. So anyway, we were in Asda, and it happened a couple of weeks before, and
yeah,
like there's 7 years between me and Jess, which is not a lot. I think the average age between heterosexual relationships who are married is something. Is it 9 years? The average?
Oh, I don't know.
I've got a feeling.
I knew it was just under 10. So I thought it was 7 to 10 or something.
Oh,
like
is
that.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like just it's average. It's normal. And it was just before I passed my driving test. And I know that I look young, like I do, right? But anyway, we were at the petrol station, and it was just before my test, and I had to fuel up because, do you remember the fuel crisis where everyone started panic buying? But I needed fuel to take my test.
The fuel crisis that never was.
Yeah, that never existed, but it existed because everyone started panic buying. So anyway, I was thinking the worst part about this is that I'm going to struggle to get more than a tenner's worth of fuel, which is not going to like be good enough for a 2-hour drive in less than an hour test. So anyway, it was fine. I managed to get my fuel, went in, and you came in with me, didn't you? Because you wanted a chocolate bar or something. And this one was just like, oh, is that your mum? Is she teaching you how to drive? And I just was like, it's my wife. And I was like, I don't know why you feel the need to, like, ask. And I just walked out. I was like, next time I'm going to say something. And I'll say something dead witty just to embarrass someone. Next time it happened, we were in Asda. And it just so happened again that she asked, we'd bought some stuff and she was like, oh, have you both got ID? And we were sort of sorting to get it out, and then she just said, what was it that happened?
I'm trying to remember exactly what she said and how this came about.
It was something to do with...
Did she say... No, she asked me for ID.
Yes, she asked you for ID.
That's why it was so ludicrous, because she asked me for ID because she didn't think I was old enough to buy alcohol, and I'm just 31. And I laughed at her and went, are you joking? And she was like, no, can I see some ID? Because, I just need to check your age. And then, looked at Jaimi and was like, is that... And she say something like, is this your daughter?
She said, is this your daughter?
And then, that maths doesn't make sense. Anyway,
yeah.
You just ID'd me, you fucking dick.
Yeah. And then
yeah,
she
this is my 4-year-old.
And then did she get you to pull your mask down? She was like, oh, okay. Because you didn't have your ID on you.
That was right. And I just, laughed at her and I was like, you are joking, aren't you? And then because I didn't have any ID, she says, can you take your mask off, please? I took my mask off and looked at her. And then she sort of went, oh, right, fair enough. And then she was babbling about how people look older or younger or whatever it was. And then she said... And then she said, sorry, I just remembered what you did because it was so fucking
But she was
perfect.
But she just kept on being like, oh, is this
she went, is this your daughter? And then we were like, no, we're married. And then she actually pushed
And then she said, oh, is there a big age gap between you?
And
I said, no, there's 7 years. And she was like, she went to me, take your mask off. And I just smiled at her. I kept it on. I said, no, you take... And she was like, oh, I bet you look... Because you
look young.
Oh, I bet you look young, don't you? And I just laughed at her. I was like, no, you take yours off. And I just went, you look really old, don't you?
And she just didn't know. It was the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen. Because the thing is,
because I said that I said, next time someone comments on our age gap or something, I'm going to tell them that they look really old.
Yeah.
And I did.
Because it's such... I think the reason I found it so fucking funny was because I didn't know it was coming and I didn't know that she was going to do it. So it wasn't even as if we'd exchanged glances or anything, because sometimes if one of us is going to be a dick, we'll usually know. And I didn't know that was coming. And it was the way that Jaimi held it together whilst this woman was badgering her to take her mask down and being like, oh, you look young, don't you? Take your mask off then, take your mask off. And it was the way it was the way that you went...
I told her to take hers off.
It was the way you went, no, you take yours down, go on, you do it, as if it was some sort of game. And then the fucking woman at Asda pulled her mask down and Jaimi went, yeah, you look old, don't you? And I just fucking... oh my God, I just stood there. And then there's just, imagine that, there's just 3 of us in this awkward silence. And then this woman trying to fumble her way out of the
and she's like, oh well, I am old. She's like, actually, I think it might be because of my hair colour. And I went, no, it's not.
Yeah, she did. And Jaimi went, it's not. And then just held her eye contact, and I just thought, oh my God, I was packing stuff in bags
because they don't say it to straight people.
No. Oh my God, it was just one of the best things I've ever seen. It was honestly, I just wish we'd filmed it in some way, because the fucking timing of it and the fact that she gladly pulled her mask down, because that was the best bit by far. It was the way that she'd gone to you, take your mask down, so I can look at you.
Because it really annoys when people tell me that I look I know that I look young, but they don't say it in a way gosh, don't you look young and youthful? It's more like you're a child. Like I'm a child.
I know. I know. But it was the way that you, like, it was your tone of voice that threw me as well.
Because you didn't know what was coming.
No, it was the way, I didn't know what the fuck you were going to do next, because you went, no, you take yours down like that, and you were, like, smiling at her and laughing as if it was all, like, really fun, and she pulled it down, and you're like, yeah, you look old, don't you? And it was just fucking savage. It was fucking hilarious. I hope I never ever forget that memory, because those few seconds of you totally confusing that woman are brilliant.
It was just like, oh, your mother and daughter. And like, no. It's like, oh, there must be a big age gap between you then.
Right.
Who else do you say that to?
I know,
Does she say that to straight people?
Also, like, the fucking men and the women that go through that, like, that store, the age gap between them
is
massive, and they say fuck all. That's it now. I think we should start coming up with more and more inventive things to answer. You know, when people go, are you two sisters? No. Are you cousins? No. Are you friends? No. Are you mother and daughter? No. I'm going to start going, I'm a probation officer. Okay? She's on fucking day release, so back off. Give her a bit of space. You like that watch? She'll have that. Okay? Back off.
Yeah.
I'm just going to come up with just more and more stupid things to say.
Oh, it's so annoying though, isn't it? I just feel like... And you always know when they're going to do it. The thing is, like, that probably doesn't seem like a big deal that, like, you know, she sort of asked that, but it's constant. It's literally constant.
It's got to be, me and James talked about this a lot, it's got to be, right, that people are not used to it in some way. And
like two young
femme married lesbians, and they don't get it. So while they're like listening, say for example it's me and Jamie at a checkout and we're like putting stuff in, and we might be going, oh, I got that, or like, oh, what do you want for tea later, or like chatting about like, oh, where should we go later? Do you want to go out for dinner, or do you want to cook, or or whatever it is we're talking about. It must be that they're just sat there thinking, I wonder what possible relationship there could be between these two women. It makes no sense. Why are they shopping together?
Yeah.
Why are they talking about dinner? I must find out. And then they do that weird thing where they cycle through as many female relationships as possible.
Yeah.
It's just,
It's so weird. It's just annoying, like, ugh.
Anyway, shall we talk, whilst we're in this mood of laughing and taking the piss, shall we
introduce today's
topic?
Oh, is that a new jingle?
Well, you stopped doing jingles, so I've had to fill in, except
I've been
wank
struggling to think of new sound effects. Listen, let's work through this, and I'll come up with a new sound effect for you all.
Yeah, not on this one though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, why? Did you have one?
Well, I might do. I might come up with one partway through.
Oh.
So let's see.
Okay, alright, fine, fair enough. Okay, so, today's topic is... Such a dick, did you just spill juice?
No, I learned this thing.
Why did you not let me even get through the introduction?
I wanted to practice. That's the Facebook Messenger sound effect, but like the Ryanair knockoff version.
Ryanair.
Yeah, it's cheap and shit. When Ryanair made us pay 70 quid because we didn't do our online check-in quick enough. No. There you go, that's your sound effect.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. I'm glad that's out of the way. So the topic for today is women and girls who say, I'm not like the other girls.
I'm not like other girls.
I'm worse.
They don't say that.
No.
I'd make it all right. They're like, oh, I'm just one of the lads, really. You know, I actually prefer to just drink a pint. I just want to have pints with the lads. I'm just one of the guys, really.
I'm one of the guys.
I don't like drama.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh,
girls are so bitchy. Like the irony of that sentence.
I know.
There's just so much less drama with guys.
Oh God. I don't even know where to start with how inaccurate that is.
And do you know what the most annoying one is some women and girls who say that they like drinking beer and lager. We get it. You like beer and lager. All right. You don't have to keep going on about it. And no, it doesn't mean that you're the opposite sex. Drinking low percentage alcoholic wheat juice doesn't mean that you're the opposite sex.
It does. Apparently.
It's just really tragic.
It means they're edgy.
It's like when kids say that they're not cold when they are.
It's just, there's so much of that. I think, to be honest with you, I just think it's internalised misogyny.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And the hatred of femininity. It's got to be.
I think in some cases it is. And in some cases it's like, pick me.
Yeah.
Sort of shit, isn't it?
I'm not like the other girls.
It's not
In
even
what
like
way?
that though.
Like,
it's
in
more
what
like
way?
oh, I'm not really like other girls. Like that. It's like, you know, they're all like stupid and like they're all silly and like like makeup, but I don't really like that much makeup. I don't even really wear much makeup, and they're like there in like makeup. Yeah. It's like, oh, most of the time I just wear joggers and I just sit at home and I just play video games. And most of the time they don't play video games, play Candy Crush on their phone.
Oh my God.
But why have you got to pretend that you play video games? Because I tell you now, the girls who are actually into gaming, they don't call themselves gamer girls. They don't like start trying to find men to tell. Like, if you're so into gaming and pints and wearing joggers, why do you have to go and tell men about it?
Oh my God, who are you channeling?
Everyone.
Why is this bothering you so much?
Because it's so predictable. And the thing is, people around my age listening to this podcast right now, you'll all probably be able to think of like probably a handful of girls and women who do this and who are like this.
I'm trying to think if this was like a thing around me when I was growing up, or even now. Like, oh, I'm not like
if you're actually a gamer girl, why have you got to do an Instagram shoot of you playing a game?
It's the whole like, oh, I don't wear makeup, I just wear hoodies, and I put my hair up, I don't bother, and like, oh, I'm not an attention seeker. And like, well, you fucking, I mean...
You're having a good bash at it.
You're doing great at it, by the way.
It's the way that it just like, is just a way to pull all the other girls under the rug. And unfortunately, that's exactly what the patriarchy wants girls and women to do. So, unfortunately, hon, you are like all the other girls. The fact that you're so angry about this is just making me laugh even more. It's because, as well,
when I... somebody in mind? Is this winding you up?
No, not really. I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you remember watching that first date? Is it called Date? What's it called?
Yeah,
darling?
First Dates.
Is it called First Dates? When
there
was that girl on it.
Oh, she was just talking about how she likes pints and that she's one of the lads and she just wants to go to the pub and drink pints. We get it. And she came, she's like, oh, I'm going to have a pint. And she just made everyone know that she was going to have a pint.
Yeah, like she was going to get some sort of rosette.
Like, good for you. I'm really glad. But...
Is it trying to set... I was going to say, is it like women or girls trying to set themselves apart in some way in an attempt to... make themselves more... Oh, no, hang on a minute. I was just going to say, is it heterosexual women and girls trying to, like, set themselves apart so they look more desirable in some way to
absolutely.
men? No, and do you know what I've just realised? I think it happens in lesbians.
Yeah, no, it does actually.
So then it's not necessarily about men.
Well, I think that...
Like, oh, I'm not like other girls, I'm this, I'm not feminine, you know what I mean? I don't wear makeup, I'm different, I'm edgy, I'm more intelligent, there's more... going on there.
Yeah, but then you also get like femme lesbians who do like, oh, I'm not like other lesbians.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any fucking sense either.
None of it has to make any sense. It's the patriarchy.
So then is it just trying to make yourself look like an individual female? Like no matter what your sexuality is, like who are you appealing to by being like, I'm not like the other girls?
And the thing is, you
I've
can
got a
guarantee
peg
that
leg.
you can guarantee that these women and girls who say, "Oh, I'm not like other girls," they still want to have a baby, still want to get married, they still want to
Yeah.
take on the caregiving role, they still want to do like traditional female careers or not careers.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
they
Still
are
as conformist as you can get.
Well, saying and that you're not like other girls and trying to put down other girls is very, very conforming of females
Yeah.
in a patriarchy. I guess one of the things though as well is that women and girls are made to feel, because of impossible standards, like they will never be good enough as a female. So, it doesn't matter how hard they try, you'll never be pretty enough. You'll never have the right body. You'll never be, the right person in a conversation. Like, it's impossible. You cannot meet the perfect standard to be like a woman. It's impossible. That's what it's meant, like, that's how it's been made to be.
Yeah.
So that you are constantly
striving
not at
towards
ease,
it.
and not at ease with yourself.
Yeah.
So I do understand from that perspective that can cause you to be like, I'm not like these other women. Because often you feel like other women are the perfect women, but you can't see it in yourself. So sometimes you do get women and girls who are like, oh, I'm not really like other girls or other women. And they mean that in actually not in a sort of self-depreciating way.
Have you noticed though that the whole "I'm not like other girls, I'm not like other women" is usually done in an attempt to masculinize themselves? It's usually about drinking or lack of makeup or wearing, I don't know, trainers instead of high heels, or like you said, gaming. It's all like what's seen as masculine characteristics and stereotypes.
Yeah.
So it's like an effort to make themselves look less feminine or appear or behave less feminine.
Yeah. There was this meme a few years ago. Some of you might remember it. It's and especially if you're sort of UK, a UK listener. It's a picture of a load of sort of older teen girls wearing blue jeans, black leather jackets, white tops, and like Vans or something. And someone made a meme around it. It said like Arctic monkeys and just stuff like that. And then one of the things it said on it was in quote marks, "I'm not like other girls," because so many girls say that, and like sort of young women will say that, but they're exactly like all the others who are saying it.
All saying it.
And it became sort of an identity that they were sort of alternative. But the issue is that, like, just because like Arctic monkeys aren't exactly alternative, and sort of like the 1975 and stuff like that, they're very pop. It's popular. It's pop.
Yeah.
But because it's not sort of R&B or upbeat pop,
like mainstream.
and and because of the aesthetics of the band or the album covers, people who listen to it then like want to feel like they're special and alternative, and then like unfortunately they're not. But what they actually like about it is that they are starting to view themselves as alternative.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it, how much of this is about the fact that people in general, and then also women and girls, are feeling so... What the fuck have you...
I missed my mouth.
Have you just dropped it on the mic?
No, mic's dry.
I was just wondering
It
what that
literally
might
just
sound
went
like.
all the way down my chest. I don't even know how it happened. I don't think I put my lip out far enough.
Your lip out? What are you doing putting a lip out before you drink that? Or...
I don't know.
Put your bottom lip out before you drink.
I'm also sort of half lying down, so I think that's how it happened.
Yeah, no, that's probably more likely than the bottom lip
Oh.
issue.
Anyway, carry on.
I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about... I wonder how much of it is to do with, as, let's say, a woman or girl in a massive global society, that you just feel like, I don't know, you don't exist, that you're nothing, and
but
that you're
that's
not
because
special.
But that's because to men, in a patriarchy, that's correct.
No, I mean more like...
Yeah, there's
just
billions of
yes,
people.
There's billions of people, and everybody is seemingly, especially on social media, have all got these lives and ambitions and things happening to them and so on. And it makes you wonder how much of this stuff is about people trying to find something different about themselves to almost hang everything on. Oh, I'm different because this. I'm different from all the other girls. I'm different from everybody my age. I'm different from everyone in my town.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, how much of it, I wonder, is that?
Mm.
Trying to set yourself apart because you know actually that you're fucking, as awful as it sounds, you're fucking minuscule.
Yeah. Well, I think it's about competing for attention as well.
Maybe it's like almost sort of...
But that
like
is what you are in a
evolutionary,
patriarchy, though. Like, you know what it's like? There's so many women who are trying to get the attention of a man or a boy, depending on how old you are. And they're like, what's that song? By Atomic Kitten sang it. The Tide is High. When she's like, oh, but I'm waiting for it to be my turn with you. No, but Atomic Kitten sang it.
You mean they covered it after Blondie
Yeah.
wrote it?
Yeah, but like it was just more interesting because I think each of the band members sang a verse each or like a chorus each, where they were like, oh, I'm just waiting here and like...
Yeah, it's like every girl wants you to be her man, but I'll wait here till it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of it. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that.
Yeah.
And then the next line is, whoa.
I think it's, oh no.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's more fucking accurate.
But like, that's, that's unfortunately happens a lot. Oh, it's so sad.
You're right, actually. There's some lines in that song that I've never liked where it's like...
But it's across, like, it's reflective of society, unfortunately.
Sort of like, there's quite a lot of songs actually out there that are like... all these girls want you and you're seeing all of them, but I'll just wait right here until you realise that I'm actually different from them and I'm the one.
Yeah, like
what once
Taylor Swift's song, You Belong With Me.
Oh, yeah.
It's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere.
I just don't understand. I've never had that mindset in about anybody.
That's because you're gay.
No, well, obviously, but I meant I wouldn't have that mindset with a woman. So like,
it's
if
because
I
it's not
fancied
patriarchal.
No, I meant more like if I fancied a woman, but I knew that she was sort of seeing other people and she was interested in other people. I don't know how I don't think I would ever get myself into a mindset where I was thinking, well, I'll just wait here until she notices me. And one day she'll realise I'm the one. Fuck off. I just, that wouldn't happen. I'm not sitting around, I don't understand why we've romanticised that. Sort of waiting until someone pays some attention.
I don't think it's that we've romanticised it. I think it's that it's a very common feeling amongst a lot of women and girls, which of course is then fed into and caused media around it.
Yeah. Like
songwriters and films and stuff like that.
Do you know what I've been thinking while I've been talking about this? The whole I'm not like other girls. Is that where the so-called girl next door stereotype comes from?
I don't know.
Do you know what that means? Different.
Yeah, sort of like, oh, she's not like amazing. She's not, doesn't try really hard.
Yeah, think about how much of that overlaps with that.
Yeah.
The sort of girl next door image where she's normal and just sort of isn't trying to get a man's attention. She isn't trying to get that boy's attention. She's just this sort of attractive girl next door,
and that you don't really realise how
that you've
attractive
not realised. Yeah, exactly. And then, but she also isn't really trying, and she's just sort of
she doesn't try. She's not a try hard like everyone else is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like how much of that's overlapped?
Right. So I read this theory. I can't remember who. It must have been written originally by like a scholar or something. But they were saying that there's two sort of sides in the patriarchy in women, and you've got the sort of trad wife. So imagine you've got the trad wife on one side, and then you've got what trad wives would see as like, like the slut. And both of those sides think that they're the minority who are not like other women. But actually, they, like, you could argue that you'll fall into sort of either. So, more, I guess, I don't know, I don't really want to use the word promiscuous, because that's not what I really mean.
But is that how they describe it in the theory?
No, it's not a theory. I literally just saw a few people... It's come from a few different things that I've sort of pieced together, but so I couldn't tell you. But I imagine that the sort of tradwife side would say that, and the woman on that side. So imagine like a tradwife would be like, oh, you know, women aren't like this nowadays. Women just go out and have sex with whoever they want, and I'm different.
And they don't honour their man.
Yeah, and I'm different, and this, you know, and stuff like that. Whereas the women who are going to go out and do all these things that they want to do are more likely to be like, oh, like women are all like not doing what they want, and I'm the one who's different. I'm the one who's not like other women.
And sexually liberated.
Well, no. The main thing of both sides is that they both think that they're not like the other women.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you've got sort of the two sides of the coin, both thinking that they're the minority and that they're the ones who aren't like other women.
Come back to what we were talking about a minute ago. It's like finding a way to make yourself believe that you're unique and special.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
Otherwise, what are you?
Yeah.
You're the same as everyone else.
Have you dropped Chris crumbs in the bed?
Oh my god, why do you out me? Out me fucking all the time. And no, it's not.
Crumbs in the bed.
I haven't. Do you know what it is?
What?
It's fucking Castro.
Castro dropped Chris crumbs in the
No,
bed.
that's not what I meant. So, you know how when we took him out for a big walk and I said to you, there's like sort of whatever she's got on the bed, something like she comes up and sleeps on the fucking bed, but I can feel it. It's like a rock or some gravel or some shit. Ow, was that your ring?
It's my big diamond.
You just scratched me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's fucking
Oh my
everywhere.
God, stop.
Stop what?
Anyway,
yeah. So like that's sort of like.
it's not. That's a crisp crumb. That's some Monster Munch.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Feel it.
Like,
Does it feel the same?
Ow, yeah.
Yeah, it's Monster Munch.
It was
Monster Munch.
fucking hell, Castro. You never take the rap for anything. And anyway, it's probably you. Because I was eating the Monster Munch over here. I was passing you Monster Munch.
Were you?
And look, and all the fucking crumbs are around you.
Why is it under your bum then?
Because that's probably where you put it to frame me and then out me on this podcast. It was you. I ate mine.
I'm not like other girls. I eat Monster Munch
in bed.
The length.
It's my wife.
Yeah, that actually makes me not like most other girls. Except I don't feel the need to tell everyone because I'm not competing for male attention. I think that's the thing that annoys me the most is that it's one side of it is to compete for male attention and the other side of it is to shit on other girls, which, you know, is sort of cyclical in that, well, that serves them to compete for male attention and, you know, and it annoys me because they're looking down on other girls and women if they're a woman. So that annoys me, but because like don't put their effort into doing that. Like there's so many other things you could do, and then also putting their effort into male attention. Don't care about what men think.
What about like
especially men who want you to shit on other women? If your man likes it, or if a man who you fancy likes it when putting other women down, then that's a red flag, hon.
Yeah. What about like the whole along those lines around I'm not like other girls, the women and girls that are like, oh yeah, I just much prefer hanging around with guys because They're just so much less drama,
yeah.
and so much better to hang around with. And do you know, whenever I've heard a woman or girl say
She's
that...
ended up shagging him.
No, I wasn't going to say that. Actually. I was going to say, whenever I've heard a woman or girl say that, I've always thought, you clearly do not get involved then, or they do not involve you in their conversations. Because all the lads I've ever grown up with, all the men that I get on with or I've grown up with, they fucking gossip and chat and talk personal shit.
Yeah, they're probably all talking about her.
Yeah, and like, I don't know what women are on about when they say that, where they're like, oh, men don't gossip, men aren't bitchy. I hate that word, but like, men aren't bitchy, and they go, oh, men are less drama, and you think, well, they're not fucking involving you in any of it then, because they fucking are.
Yeah.
They fucking are. They're terrible. They're just the same. I don't understand what you think they do. They just sit around and discuss fucking National Geographic all day, or like have a chat about...
They talk about gaming and beer, just like...
Yeah, I mean, that's
not
not
like all
true.
the other girls.
Like, they'll talk about all sorts of things. And like, and also they argue about and also they make personal comments about each other. And
other people.
Yeah.
And probably all the girls who hang around with them because guys are less drama.
Yeah. And like, that's what I kind of want to say to those young girls. Is like, they don't fucking respect you, you know? Just because you like throw yourself at them and be like, oh, I'm not like the other girls, I hang around with you. They will shit on you just like they shit on everybody else in front of you. Like, you know, like, you get this with the sort of handmaiden types anyway. I always want to just shake them and go, you do realise, don't you, that whilst they're shitting on other women in front of you and making out that other women are like inferior and like bimbos or whatever it is, they're fucking saying the same thing about you. Just when you're not around.
Yeah.
Like, if they say horrible shit...
It won't protect you.
No, it doesn't protect you. Like, if they say horrible
Joining in
shit...
with them does not protect you.
No. If they say horrible shit about women and girls in front of you, and about women you know or other women you work with, and you're apparently the special one that they say that to, I guarantee you, when your back is fucking turned, you're getting ribbed and all.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... No. But then again, I said, like, me and you had a conversation about this. It's like, I won't get into what it was about, but I strongly believe if you knock around with anybody who, like, spends a lot of their time properly, like, pulling people apart, like, that they claim are their friends or someone that they know, you always must assume they're doing it to you as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trust me, they are. Yeah. People like that, they have no preference. They won't discriminate. If you have, like, let's say a friend who likes, I don't know, sorry to say this, but like slags off like someone they know or anyone they know or their other friends or your other group of friends or whatever, but you think that they're not doing it about you, you're fucking mistaken. So like, why would that be any different with men?
And also, like, I know, I've seen, like, women say, or girls say, oh, they're just less drama. Like, and they'll all be joining in, like, pulling people down and pulling people apart. But it's only seen as less drama when it's coming from men. But when women do it, it's bitching and all of this. But when men do it...
It's banter.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the other part of it, isn't it? Is that I think when men do those things... they're able to frame it as like, oh, it's just a joke, innit? It's just for a laugh. But whereas when, say for example, if a group of women, say let's say 4 women are sat around on their lunch break saying the same shitty things about somebody, that would be seen as those women being nasty.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is it really that men are less drama, or is that
one's more socially acceptable than the other?
Yeah, and is it that you actually hold women and girls to a higher standard than the men and boys that you knock around with? So when the women say or do those things, you see them as causing drama or causing aggro or being nasty, but when the men do it around you, you think it's just funny, it's just a bit of banter. Yeah,
because it's seen as more acceptable.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is patriarchy again.
Patriarchy strikes again.
Because these women or girls who claim that it's less drama and that girls are bitchy will go and say I don't mean the word bitch, but to use their words against them, will go and bitch and do the exact same thing that they are complaining about that girls do. It's just like when it suits them.
It's also interesting that the language that they use. Isn't it interesting that the word that's used in this entire situation is the word bitchy or bitch?
Yeah.
Which is misogynistic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the word that's used to describe women talking about things.
Yeah.
Men don't get called bitchy, and and they're not accused of so-called bitching.
Yeah, men only ever get called bitchy when they're effeminate or gay.
Yeah, so true.
So yeah, I think
what a fucking rabbit hole that is.
I know.
It really is, isn't it?
Yeah, we could probably go on for ages about this. Yeah,
because it's so complicated, because it's propped up by so much misogyny.
Yeah, absolutely.
At so many different levels.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think in conclusion, you are like other girls. Don't say that you're not like the other girls.
And just because you say you're not like other girls isn't going to save you from oppression, discrimination, and the patriarchy.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And drinking a pint and enjoying a beer or enjoying playing like fucking
darts,
Minecraft or FIFA doesn't mean that you're one of the lads. And stop saying it. No one believes it. It's just annoying. Not one of the lads.
I swear to God, when we get off this podcast, you're telling me who the fuck it is that you've got in your mind.
Honestly, Jess, I can think of like hundreds of examples.
You're so annoyed about it.
Because it's annoying, and it just stop wasting your energy on that.
Yeah.
Go fucking do a degree or something, or like volunteer with animals, or I don't know.
Oh my god, can I just
decide
finish?
To not get married and not have kids? That makes you like not one of the like
yeah,
not
true.
like other girls.
Yeah.
Stop cleaning.
Stop cleaning.
No, to be fair. Go on.
I was going to say, to finish off this particular episode, I saw a really cool meme today on some, I think it was a feminist site or something like that. I can't remember who it was now, some sort of feminist account of memes, and it said, I can't believe there's women out here with actual degrees crying over men when the only certificate they've got is their birth certificate. And it just really made me laugh.
Oh, I get... So women with degrees being upset and trying to get over a man who is like... Yeah, no, absolutely.
He's contributing fuck all.
Yeah.
And it just made me laugh the way that she described her birth certificate as a certificate. I just thought,
that's so funny.
You don't really see
the only
as that,
certificate you've got is your birth certificate.
Oh,
brilliant.
yeah,
no, do you know, that's so true. So many intelligent women wasting their time with a 3 out of 10 who's just got like a shit quiff and a BTEC in PE.
Where do you get these things from? Fucking 3 out of 10 with a quiff and a BTEC in PE. I absolutely refuse to believe that you're not fucking thinking of people when you come up with this stuff. Oh my god, you do make me laugh.
Very generalised examples. You could be applied to a lot of people.
No, it's
Unfortunately, it is though. Think about, come on, everyone, like tweet me if you know about like a 3 out of 10 with a quiff and like a shit hairstyle that all other men have got, and their only qualification is like BTEC Public Services or BTEC PE.
Oh my god.
And they're dating like a girl with a degree who's going places.
Yeah, no, I know you're telling the truth. I know what you're on about. And you are right. You just make me laugh. Oh.
Anyway, should we do a cheers?
I know, we better end on that. I don't know where I've put my drink.
It's literally there.
It's over here.
Need to have a bit of radiator music. Radiator music. Elevator. Elevator music.
Radiator music starts going, gurgle, gurgle. Ooh, they sound nice.
Bye, everyone.